Okay, we're on, and 1, 2, 3. Yep, you're on the right spots too. Hello, everybody. We're here again.
Hello.
It is.
Hello.
Yeah, we're gonna all stand up and check out our shirts, guys. 3,
upside
2,
down
1.
McDonald's.
Way. Na.
Oh, sorry, I have to move back to match everyone else's. I can't.
I think Drew died.
Jez looks very proud of his titties.
So,
One and only time.
this is our Dipple shirts that Mia so graciously made for us as a gift. It's interesting.
Isaac did the ironing for him.
And now we're all just gonna sit here and just like feel up our fake boobs for the next, I don't know how long.
Until the break, so I can get out of the.
Well, this has been
Don't
it's been
fucking
a
break
little
the
bit
shirt.
since we've done this last, hasn't it? How long has it been?
I don't know. I left the country and
years.
came back.
I was gonna say a lot has happened.
It's your first mistake.
Yeah, someone has locked our Drakai down.
Oh yeah, I forgot that happened.
How did you?
This guy.
Oh my god!
There haven't been enough my wife jokes.
My wife.
My wife.
There it is.
It was a wedding full of destruction.
Yeah.
There's us.
Nice.
Look
Why
at
is
us
my
all.
beard so red?
It was very much a case of like, oh, they're his internet friends.
Yeah.
They
Tell them
had
about
their
your
own
adventures,
table.
Judge.
Oh yeah.
It was actually funny because, like, you know, not really knowing anyone, I go and meet your mum, and she's like, "Oh my god, Judge, hi!" I'm like, "Oh hi."
Yeah.
He's
They're like,
famous.
"Ew." What
I
kind of
couldn't be
person
trusted,
names
so
their
I
kid
sat
Judge?
next to Drac.
The JudgeRPG.
Ow.
And my writing. Stop it.
I'll send you the bill.
I'll send you the bill.
Localized entirely in your
Let's call it
kitchen.
even, hey.
Yeah.
May I see it? No.
Anyone who's not here and is in chat, can you please tell me if there's like issues with everyone's images, because it looks like everyone's frozen for me.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think we're all.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Are
just
we all
don't move
showing our
very
titties?
much. Oh, apparently I'm not moving at all. Okay.
He
Well,
looks like a serial killer.
Why
Ah.
is this
At least we're all smiling.
Why
That's
do I look
hilarious.
like shit,
He
what's
looks
his
like a
name?
serial killer.
Oh,
I
we're
look like
back.
Manson.
happening? Okay, we're all
I look
Back,
like,
we're
I
back.
look
We're
like
back
Charlie
now, we're
Manson.
The annoying thing
That was
is
weird.
nothing is telling me that anything is wrong.
Everybody
It's not.
keeps smiling.
Like,
Just
Twitch
in
is telling me
case.
that I'm excellent. Hi, Soul.
Drax like, pick a pose.
Yeah, no, just don't freak me out like that. So, it's been a little bit. A lot has happened. We are
Back, baby.
we're going to need a serious recap on what's been happening in the last like episode or two. So I hope
If
the ones
only we
that,
had a master storyteller that keeps really good notes.
if
We don't.
only. But first, we need to make sure everybody remembers who everyone is. So, Isaac, you can start.
Hello everyone, I'm Isaac, otherwise known as Rathian. I play Gimbal, the gnome cleric. And that's about it, really.
Hey,
Next.
where's my mod?
I cannot operate my computer right now. You
We're
are
also all
lucky-
frozen again.
You are currently lucky that I'm in guest star.
Maybe if you use Firefox, this wouldn't
I'm
happen.
working on it. I'm literally
working here.
staring at a loading screen, waiting for it to load. I've got a fucking Ryzen 9 in my computer,
Hey-
and it's running at
Hey,
100%.
Jazz.
I don't understand what is wrong.
What if you turn off your camera in Discord?
You've got
Skilly shit.
AMD, that's what's wrong.
AMD should be better at this.
No.
Jazz,
Yeah,
turn off your camera in
there's
Discord.
Judge vanish.
Yeah, I turned off my thing as well because it refused to let me type into my own chat.
I can't shout out Rathian.
I shout out Isaac.
I speak in the chat.
Isaac's just like, yeah,
Jesus
dinner,
Christ.
yum.
Wow, I love chocolate.
Guys, it's been one of those
Chocolate?
streams. I do apologize. Oh
Turn
god.
off your Discord cam.
You gave me all the shit chocolates, though, Mia.
What do you mean? That's what Dad gave me, so I gave them to you.
Oh my
Shut
god.
up, police
No,
people.
Discord cam, not guest star cam.
You fucking idiot.
Hi, Grog.
Oh,
Oh my god, this is okay. This is just going to be a comedy of like tech errors. This
Yep.
whole session, isn't it?
I found out what the issue was. It's Windows Defender is performing an antivirus scan as well. That's where all my power's gone.
That's funny. Isaac, where'd you go? Did Firefox get you too?
No, I'm here.
Yeah,
Hmm?
I'm just looking at my
Can't
stuff
see
and
you.
like,
Wait, what? I'm
for
going?
some
Yeah,
reason,
he's
like
going for me.
Jazz and
31.
Judge are going for me.
I'm using 95% of my memory at the moment. Why is that?
Because you're old.
Screw you.
Got him.
Where is all this coming from? Discord, Chrome, OBS.
Oh, what the
Judge,
What?
do you need a hand?
Yeah, I've got plenty.
fuck? We're frozen on stream again too.
Is
I
guest star just like
know.
broken or something?
What do we look like? Do we
Oh, we're
look
back.
okay?
We're back.
Ah,
we're slightly back.
Except Isaac. 3 out of 5 is not bad.
it's okay. The important one's here.
Yeah.
Me.
My guest star's using 24 gigabytes of RAM. It's a good sign.
What?
How much is mine using?
Only 24.
Oh, 25 now. We climbing.
I don't know what
is-
RAM is.
My guest star is using half a gigabyte of RAM.
Oh,
Huh?
is RAM
I've s-
CPU?
I also have 64 gigabytes.
That's a lot of RAM.
Why is this?
I
interesting
did it
thing
when
is
I
that
thought I had a
we're all
mother-
having
motherboard
problems. It's
issue.
not just one person, so I don't know
Yeah,
what
no.
the go is.
I'm
stopped
the only
having
person
my
not
problem.
having an issue right now, which is rare.
Has my
I'm
camera
fine.
turned back up in guest star?
Yes. Hello.
I can't see you.
Jazz, turn off your cam in Discord.
Oh, I can now. I don't
I
need
can
it.
now.
I needed it there so I was hoping other people would turn their
Oh,
cameras on so
there
I could
goes
see
Isaac.
people.
Nah. That's
Oh,
all
there
you.
goes Mia.
What
I
are
just
we
had to
doing?
reload so I could see Jazz.
Ah.
I still can't see Isaac though.
Yeah, no, Isaac's
I don't know what to do.
I was gonna say,
And
why
not
is this
use
happening?
fucking
Why-
phone.
I'm using like 30 gigabytes of memory here.
I think it's
All
a
right.
Twitch thing.
Everyone,
Fine.
okay, everyone but Judge, click on the cogwheel settings in
Uh-huh.
Stream Together, whatever it's called,
Uh-huh.
I forget. Go to
Uh-huh.
Performance, and
Uh-huh.
then change your maximum video quality, right?
Uh-huh.
So that you send to reduce CPU usage, send it, make it medium.
Oh, I put it on low.
That's probably
that
fine.
Looks like it does. That looks like it's low.
I was wondering why it looks so arse.
Hang on.
Why is this happening?
Oh, there you go. Mia's quality is so much better now.
I put it on medium,
Alright.
like I was told.
Guest star's now gone from 25 gigabytes to 12 gigabytes.
Well, everyone's frozen on stream, so it's fine.
Do we look good? That's
No.
all I care about.
You know what? It's gonna be
Aw.
an audio only episode.
Can we
Podcast.
quickly send videos to you? Videos?
Videos?
Oh, it's okay. It's only
Photos.
180.
I'm now struggling to sign into D&D Beyond, apparently.
Oh
Why
my
the fuck do you
god.
have D&D Beyond up?
That's
Bro,
what character
what?
sheets are and
Some people pay money for good UI.
What do you mean? I just do it.
Sorry,
Okay,
what was
Oh,
it,
Judge-
use
Judge? I can't
ChatGPT.
hear.
Judge, we're good. Let's keep going. Don't worry about Isaac. He'll join.
Is Banjo actually serious here? Because Banjo, we've had so many problems. I don't know whether you're being serious or not.
yeah.
I believe that's a joke.
only yoking.
I'm all leg, baby. I'm all yoked up.
All right. D. Who are
Yes,
you?
sir. I am Remvar, your faithful human bard. Always the best, always the less. That's about it.
He's the
a
best bard
stream
we
on.
got.
Well, I've yeah, I'm the only bard we got. I'm DCG. I've said who I was playing, but not who I am. I was a streamer once, and then I took an arrow somewhere.
The heart.
No, up the ass.
Ooh.
It all leads to the heart
Spicy.
in the end.
Anyway, you can find me at DCG. Like what says things in the stream. I'm pointing to it on my other monitor.
Ah, nice.
Just pretend. See, right? Wait. Right
Look
down
at
here.
that. Look at that. I can type.
Oh, it's a miracle.
You typed
Ew,
and you
Isaac,
froze.
I can hear myself.
Look at the dent in my headphone. What the hell?
Ooh,
Oh, Isaac's back.
Am I back? All right.
Yeah.
Hey.
cool. Mia, go.
Ah, hello. I'm Mia. Merely Mia.
Yeah.
I was trying to. I was trying to look at my headset bump because D said it. I'm merely Mia. I play Nori. She's a ranger, Drake Warden Ranger. So I have a Drake called Eek. He's a good little guy.
Eek.
I do stuff and things, and I like to make stuff. Thank you.
Nice.
Hang on. I'm still trying to type here.
If it's a
Okay.
tap.
Well, what's your wife doing?
Probably still getting one of the children to bed.
Because that's not what she meant to be doing.
That's not wife material right there.
Whoa!
Sarah.
No,
Sarah.
flip that.
Okay, miss the newlywed. What's your wife doing? Not watching stream.
Nah, she's watching Netflix. She's doing her
That's not
best.
wife material.
Oh god, Dog, why did you say that?
Yeah, just really crazy straws with our mouth and our asshole.
I prefer to think that the human is a donut with limbs.
We're like those curly straws, you know, those funky ones.
That's what he just said.
we just
Crazy
said,
straw.
Mia.
Oh, crazy straws. Yeah, that's what they are. I thought we just said straw.
Is a silly straw.
Oh boy.
Really?
We're
Uh,
donut with
Jack.
limbs.
Next.
Hi, I'm Jakai. If you've recently come here in the last month, hi, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet.
Hi.
I've just gotten back from
meet.
sabbatical in Mexico. Arriba. I I stream World of Warcraft this Sunday and Monday, and world building on Wednesdays. So that'll be good fun. Yeah. I also play the unfortunate father of the group, Duke, who really went through it last session.
He did. And Jazz.
Hello, I am Just Like Onion, and I stream at the moment Skyrim crowd control during the week. I have a cat, which is right here. And
Nice ass.
I play everybody's favorite cat, not cat, the other one, bird, Lau.
It hasn't been that long.
So someone got
No,
confused between his Skyrim character and his D&D character.
100%
Yeah,
he did.
literally did, because I'm playing this very needy meowy cat in Skyrim.
Like, ugh.
She's like, I'm about to get me a second monitor right
Whoever
now.
came up with that idea is a very handsome and intelligent person, by the way, Jazz.
He has a lot of hair, so I hear.
I miss
That's rough.
everything.
I remember.
It's okay. See it in the
everything.
cliff notes, Jazz.
Yeah.
The
alright,
cliff notes.
fine.
Ah, yes.
Speaking of notes, we need a recap.
Right. So, Goldjack holding a brilliant gold necklace off his workbench. 5-pointed golden crown, stretched skin, 2 voices in one, masculine and feminine. Set of scales, that which she once swore an oath to. Not Allah's bitch, no name, a force. Beat up a Goliath, beat up a dog. Said Moneybags wasn't his boss. Eliana gave Remvar a celestial or something sword. Makes divine sense tickle. Bigger Goliath killed Shrike, got the book. The book reads, a fish out of water, a princess far from home, a family in shambles waiting to be made whole.
Was I here for
welcome.
this session?
Session
Sorry.
notes
Like a
by
fever
everyone's
dream.
favorite father.
I'm putting my hands up. I would like to also do my introduction.
Your
my recap.
Your recap.
yeah, your
My
From
recap.
the inside of a Hessian sack.
Yes, literally. Can I go?
All right, go.
Renvar was not intentionally kidnapped because he was pretending to be someone else. He was pretending to be Moneybag's mullet hairdresser. Anyway, they put a Hessian bag over his head. A lot of it was just kind of blurred, dimly lit, candlelit caverns. Got to an area, there was alcohol. He had a drink. An hour went by. He had to go to the bathroom to keep up his appearance. He walked back out, had another drink. Anyway, his services weren't needed anymore. The Hessian bag went back over his head. He was walking. All of a sudden, the guard guiding him was like, "Arr," because it was a dog. The bag came off the bag came off his head, and he was like, "Oh my god, it's Duke." Renvar forgot that he was disguised. Anyway,
I touched the button.
I kicked the dog. Anyway, I kicked the dog. Renvar Duke kind of worked out it was Renvar, and then they went back. Something happened with Moneybags, and then we got on a ship.
Something happened with Moneybags. We then got on ship. The end.
So,
Close enough.
Mia, do you want to take a swig at this thing?
I have 2 pages on this bitch.
2 pages.
You guys don't have 2 pages?
It's Mia's U12 essay.
Yeah, honestly, better than that.
I should hope
So we started the session in, I suppose, dead Duke's, I guess, conscience. He was being spoken to by some big voice man thingamabobby, a giant. Yeah, and he got visited from all of his friends, I guess, past friends. I don't know what they were. Gotta see. Blank canvas. No, that's someone else's name.
Good
Yeah,
night.
so they were. I've got a long page on you, so I have to scan it. Yeah, so he was visited by his past party, and then they were like, "Do better, lead them better, Duke." And so he was like,
called him
"Okay,
a bitch.
Be
I will
better,
lead them
Daddy
better."
Duke.
Yeah, for real. And so Duke then returned back to life, and he was like, "Where's my kids?" And we were not there. We had got Renvar kidnapped. Who did that? Jazz. Fucking hell.
Stop
So-
messing with everything, please.
Sorry, I just apparently touching my microphone does that.
Yeah, how about you
Just
don't?
like so Duke went out to find us, and we were already on the mission to find Renvar, where we all met at Moneybag's secret hideout, or also I think it was the black market. And so we went in, we found Renvar, and Shrike was there too, and we stole the Raven manual, and
And weirdly, nothing
Duke's-
else.
yeah, and then nothing
Did the name
else.
just say Widowy?
Weirdly enough, you didn't steal anything else. You're in
Oh.
the black market and you took nothing.
Like,
Yeah.
were we just there for the
We
blood?
ran out of time.
Yeah, and then
we-
a big dog man came, and Shrike was like, "Yeah, no, leave me." And Nora was like, "No, let's kill them." And Shrike was like, "No." And then Duke was like, "No, we're leaving." And so they all left. Shrike died. I refuse to believe he died. Battling this headman, and we got on a ship very fast because we were being hunted, and we left off down the river. The end.
Cool.
Good stuff. Yeah. So it ended
I'm gonna
with
hit
you
that.
lot being shot out of a sewer on this ship,
Ah,
leaving
And-
we s-
Rustebar
And
we
leveling up.
and leveling
and
up,
leveling up.
which I really hope everyone has their 5th level character sheets in front of them.
Yes.
I hope so too.
My character didn't really change, which is
Yeah, no,
Stressful.
neither did mine.
I
You
said that, and then Judge was
should
like-
have got more spells.
I did get more spells.
Is
and
there
your
another level of
proficiency
spell?
bonus goes up.
Mm-hmm. Level 3 spells.
You're
Yeah,
better at
level
things.
3 spells. Like that's big.
Yeah.
You
That's
seen
true.
your level 3
Huge.
spells?
No.
Oh.
I mean, you should have picked spells.
No.
Off
You
the
don't get them
off
all.
the-
You get a select few.
yeah. I gotta pick out which ones.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I got
I'll do
cunning
that now.
action.
Oh,
I got to shoot
yeah,
two.
Mr.
technically-
Multi-class here.
Yeah, technically not your level 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, bitch.
Not my level.
However, next
No.
level, boy, I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, no, you still have a bit off that one.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one this time next year.
All right.
So how much experience did we get, DM?
You literally just leveled.
Hey,
But-
give me a level.
You wake up, you get 25 XP.
Wow, I love life.
So you have all just shot out on this boat. The boat is going fairly quickly. You're still kind of riding that wave out of Rustebar. You have escaped from the city itself.
That high.
Would anybody like to do anything?
Can I have a quick reminder of who is chasing us again?
The Dobers.
Oh, the Dobers. That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Basically the underground kind of people of the city.
Mhm.
I think I would walk up to the leader of the group on the boat.
So me.
So wow, yeah.
That's not Lau.
Mhm.
And
So, you currently can't really see who would be the leader. They're all wearing their cultist robes with like the hood over, but there is a collection of people standing sort of out the front of the captain's cabin. One is kind of holding himself a little bit taller than the rest.
okay, I walk up to him. I say, "Where is this boat heading?"
He doesn't quite address you as much as he looks past you. I believe the Messiah should be choosing where we go next.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We
Just-
can suggest
sighs
a
before
course
he-
of action, but
Luke walks away.
at the end, very well.
I head to the front of the boat. I sort of like Jedi, like go down on my knees and just sort of breathe and meditate.
I will not crash this boat. I will not crash this boat.
They are innocent. They are innocent. They are innocent.
What sort of boat is it? Is it like a boat with like a sail and?
So it is a sailing
Any-
ship. So the boat
A
itself,
galleon?
it's a 3-sailed ship. So it's got its main sail mast, and then it's got two sails that kind of come off the side from that.
It'll fly.
Are we on a
okay.
carrack?
Yep.
It's a boat.
It's a boat. So it's like one of the boats you get in what's that game that everybody got and then nobody liked and stopped playing?
Oh, the one that you
Oh,
played
that
so
Ubisoft
much.
one.
I got 3 answers and heard none of them.
And that's all you're gonna
Spear
get.
thieves.
Skull and Bones.
You played that so much, you can't say no one liked that. You grinded that shit.
I don't play it now, but yes, I think I can picture the boat now.
It's got a
Loud-
black hull, so it's been painted, charred, textured so that the entire thing is black with dark grey sails.
Oh,
Gold trim along the
Oh.
railing.
we bougie.
Lau would like to walk up to the helm and like go to where the steering wheel is.
Yep. So in front of the steering wheel is a dwarf. He is holding on to the helm and keeping the ship steady.
Lau doesn't like
See?
dwarves, throws him overboard.
Jesus Christ.
I'm joking.
Knew this was going to happen.
As soon as you mentioned it, I'm like, the first thing that Judge says is there. I don't care what it is. I'm throwing it overboard.
A dwarf, get him off here.
Technically, Duke was there first. You're going to throw him overboard?
Yep, Duke's gone.
Walk the planes.
Okay.
How tall is a dwarf compared to me? They're about the same size, aren't they?
A bit taller.
Bit taller. All right.
Yeah, because you're a small creature. A dwarf is classed as a medium creature. They're smaller than a human, but taller than a Kenku, gnome, halfling. Yeah.
Yep. How high is there like a railing in front of the steering wheel, and how high is it?
There is, and it's at a height that both you and the dwarf can see over.
Okay, I would like to jump on top of the railing.
Yep.
And just like almost stand where the wheel is and put one of my clawed feet on the wheel.
On the wheel.
On the wheel, like I'm gonna turn the wheel with my feet.
The ship immediately starts to veer to the left a bit.
Yeah.
Messiah, please let go of the wheel. As the dwarf frantically like grabs a hold of the helm again and tries to steer it straight.
Lau
Does
overcompensates and steers it the other way.
does the ship start to like
Yeah,
shuffle too
can
much?
I get a dexterity save from everyone? Duke, I'm gonna get a disadvantage because you're seated.
Oh Lord.
Ooh. 21.
Of course, you'll be fine because you're controlling it.
9.
Is it a saving
11.
throw?
I also got a 9.
Okay, I got 18.
So we've got
11.
9, 9, 18, 20.
9.
Yep.
Rembar, what did you get?
11.
11. So those got less than 10 immediately trip and fall over, or in Duke's case, he just slumps to the side, and you start
He just lets
sliding
it happen.
to the side that the ship is now veering to.
I'm sliding and I'm just saying under my breath, I am balance. I am balance. I am balance. I am balance.
You're still in a seated position,
Oh,
just sideways.
Yeah.
The dwarf, conflicted. He doesn't want to knock you off of the helm, but he's like, Messiah, please allow me to do this service, please. And he grabs a hold of the wheel once more and tries to like wrestle with it to get it back straight once
Ew.
more.
Lau sort of like squints his eyes, and he's sort of just like, fine, you can steer. And I sort of go to jump off, but instead of jumping off the railing onto like the main deck, I sort of just jump off the railing back towards the wheel, land on one of the spokes, and spin the wheel to slow my descent down onto the deck.
Which way?
To the right.
So the way that you were originally spinning it, or to spin it back the other direction?
To spin it back the other direction.
Okay. Can I get Constitution saving throws from everybody except for Lau?
Bitch.
As the ship has lurched one way and is now lurching the other, everyone's stomachs are turning.
14.
13.
13.
Rembar got 21.
Cool.
21.
I'm going to assume that Drac will probably pass his, considering he's trained in Constitution, but we'll wait and see what happens with him. But everyone passes.
Right.
All of you pass at least. There's a couple of the cultists which are now like over the side, just emptying their lunch over the side. The taller cultist that Duke originally was speaking to throws his hood back, revealing the face of a very, very old elf.
Ah, old man elf.
Messiah, if you would not mind, could you please cease doing that? You are upsetting the other members. we need to get moving.
Lau sort of like squints his eyes at him and goes over to Nori and says, condescending much?
No, he just kind of looks at Lau. Condescending?
Condensation?
Lau sort of just like shrugs. He's only heard someone say it once before, but he doesn't know really what it means, so he sort of just shrugs and like.
If it fits.
This old elf walks up to you and drops to one knee. Everyone who is standing behind him also then drops to a knee. Messiah, it is a pleasure to finally meet you after all these decades of searching.
Lau sort of does some quick mental math and then just like puffs up his chest and looks real proud, and he's got making sure he's got the Raven manual in like a, you know how the Statue of Liberty has the book sort of like
just clutching the crook of your arm sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm sort of just posing with the Raven manual puffing out my chest.
I like the shirt for the puffing out the chest.
It's just like
I bring you an offering. And he pulls from beneath his robe a pouch that jingles.
Oh
as soon
no.
as it jingles, Lau almost instinctively does the like whole bird like
and he offers it to you.
Lau reaches out with his other hand and takes the pouch and opens it.
Oh, there's gold inside.
Oh. Lau sort of like jingles the bag again, looks around, closes it, and puts it in his like
his tip.
May you use this? May you use this to further the agenda of the cult and lead us to paradise.
Rembaz
nods his head and goes, yes, we will need more gold.
Renvar's kind of like leaning on the side, like handrail of the ship, like right on the edge, on the port side, kind of just watching this interaction happening, kind of confused, bewildered, if you will, of still what is actually happening and not knowing fully if Lau knows what's happening.
How many gold pieces was that?
1,000 gold.
What?
You what?
What the fuck?
Hell yeah!
No,
That's not a pouch. That's a fucking duffel bag.
That's a chest.
There is money.
Wow, Lau fucking rich now. You better be
Lau's
our
a nepo
sugar daddy.
bird.
Yeah, nepo bird.
Nepo
As
bird.
you may expect from someone of my caliber, there is plenty more where that came from.
Renvar perks up straight away and doesn't let him continue. And says, and who would you be someone of that caliber?
Lau sort of like straightens himself up, remembering that he's got a really fancy outfit on right now, and sort of like sort of dusts himself off a little bit and says, yes, I do know of people of
Caliber.
He sort of has a little bit of a think, and he's like, Highness. Nods his head.
Tiny.
Do you let all your subjects talk on your behalf, Messiah?
Lau nods his head.
Very well. And he turns to Renvar.
Renvar has his arms crossed.
My boy, I do believe that you have spent time in my manor. This is where my manor was where we constructed this fine ship and have based ourselves for the last 15 years. My name is Master Banimentor.
Say that again. Master who?
I knew
Could you
were gonna say that too.
please spell that phonetically?
Banimentor. B-A-N-N.
Ban. Yep.
So B-A-N-N-I-M-I-N-T-O-R.
Jazz, please stop
Banimentor.
playing with your titties.
There's no way I would have phonetically sounded that out.
Titties.
Oh, I've got a cat in my lap as well.
Oh.
Nice pussy.
He's got his
I may not have been the first of our order, but I am certainly the richest.
As
he
And
says his
have-
name. I was going to say, as he says his name, can Remba kind of like try and recall if he recognizes like that type of name or?
Yeah, give me a history check.
Yep.
Man, stacking generational wealth.
24.
24. You have heard the name before. He's a rather well-known merchant, but he imports and exports timber.
Okay, so going off that, if he's a rather well-known merchant, he would he have know the name like Young Bard through because like
Young
I've got the
Bard?
letter of Young Bard.
Young Bard, the young guard.
Yeah, because like I got like the letter from.
I mean, you
like
don't
my
know
father's
that
guild.
though.
No, that's what I'm trying to like work out as well.
Makes a fool of himself.
Well,
You
he's,
know my father.
He's currently looking down his nose at you.
Oh, he's better than you.
Lau
It
is
was
mimicking.
Sorry, what-
that
What was
funded this whole expedition and the construction of the crow's nest that you are now standing.
Oh.
what? Sorry, what was his name again?
In an Inmotor.
Banimentor.
Close enough.
Banimentor.
Banimentor.
I'm not an enemy.
Kind of like retorts, it's like, oh, so you're the infamous Venator. It makes sense why you, well,
Child,
why you have
it
this
is
ship.
famous, not infamous.
Infamous
shit.
of why you have the amount of timber required to construct a vessel of this size under a city.
And what do you know of my dealings?
Give me wood.
I know a little of your work, of course,
Who doesn't?
not of your face.
I grow tired of our conversation. Back in your place.
I got tired of this.
You have bored me.
Sound like you would grow tired. And Renvar turns and looks outward of the ship.
Messiah, I do not know why you surround yourselves with the likes of that. There are much more able-bodied and willing people here on this ship.
Sorry. Cat
Renvar
decided
lets out
to-
kind of a chuckle, but he makes it louder than what you normally would. It wasn't an under the breath chuckle. It was I want you to hear this chuckle.
I just got so scared.
Why is your face so red?
I'm laughing.
That's the chuckle you're after, right, dude?
Are we good?
Yep, Cersei tipped something over and got scared and went full on schizo cat all over the desk and started
Oh,
tipping
no.
over more things.
Oh no. Okay, yeah.
No,
Okay.
we're good.
Okay.
Lau sort of just like looks at the fancy man, looks at Remva, and just goes, amuses me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very,
It's for entertainment.
very well.
As that happens, Remar kind of just turns around and says to old matey, And I assume you wouldn't
Say his
even know
name,
who
say
I am.
it.
I got his name especially.
Who are you addressing?
Dombori.
Sorry, what?
Dumbori.
Benaniminator.
And just says, well, faces are hard to come by, so you wouldn't even know who you would be looking at.
Wait,
There's no images. Because, like, you wouldn't really, like, know a face.
Everyone looks at him. Oh.
I mean, I kind of look like my father, so let's see if he has a stab in the dark.
He turns around the ship. He's like, "There's so many faces here. What do you mean?"
He leans down to one of the other cultists. Do we know him? The cultist leans in and whispers in his ear. You're one of the lesser
Oh,
merchants. I see. There are no coattails to ride here, boy.
oh.
As he says that, Lau sort of like flicks his coattails.
Looks like.
Trevor's like, "Shit, you got me there."
Messiah, if you wish, you may explore your fine ship. You will find your room behind this door, and he points towards the captain's cabin. Your companions may go below deck and find more suitable furnishings.
Lau sort of like sticks his nose up at the fancy man, and he's like, my friends can also be in the room.
Where it happened.
Below deck is not good enough. Therefore, he sort of gestures around to the entire deck and everybody. My friends are my friends. They get the best quality, as with my quality.
You hear a collective gasp go around the whole top deck as you hear whispers of, he's on a guard. Yes, they know the Messiah well.
Lau sort of picks up on the honor guard and he's like, yes! He points at everybody. He points at Duke. He points at Gimbal. He points at Nori.
Duke's looking over.
He tips on Rembar.
He tips over Rembar and says, they are my honor guard. And then he points at Rembar and says, Rembar is Jester.
I'll take it.
I mean,
Rembar, as like, obviously hears this, he kind of just turns around and does a little nod. does the slightest nod.
Very well.
He's now got his attention back to the cultists.
The room is of ample size to house the 5 of you. Does the pet require its own room?
Looks to Rembar.
Yeah. As he looks directly at Eek.
Oh.
Lau sort of looks over at Nori with a like questioning look.
Nori looks at Eek and says, Eek and Nori stay out here. No room
Very
need.
well.
Remvar kind of pokes up and says, he can take my spot.
Hasn't Eek grown technically?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
he would be slightly bigger, wouldn't he? Now that we're
He's
level
slightly
5.
bigger, but he's not at the next.
Can Eek fit
Size
through
category.
doorways still?
Yes.
Is he a thick
Okay.
boy?
He got them ass clappers, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god. No, that's next level. He grew up, not
You
out.
can hear him walking down the
Hey.
hall in the middle of the night.
Oh my god.
So Master Benementor takes a necklace off which has a key attached to it. He goes down on one knee once more and proffers the key and necklace to to Lau.
Will you
Will you
marry
be
me?
my
I-
messiah?
I hand you the key to the crow's nest. The ship is now yours.
Immediately sinks.
Lau sort of looks at the keys
Lau
on
thinks
like
it's
a
magic,
necklace, isn't
sets
it?
it on
It's on a
fire.
necklace, yeah.
Lau sort of looks at it, tips his nose up again, sort of like tries to snobbishly pick it up. He's got 1,000 gold. He's caring less and less about this weird key thing.
My
dinner
dinner
just
just turned up. I'll be back in a second. Sorry.
He sort of goes over to Gimbal and offers Gimbal the necklace and the key.
What was that?
Gimbal?
Sorry.
Lau's offering you the necklace with the key to the ship.
A whole ship.
Kimball, he kind of takes a second. He looks at the key and he's like, "Are you sure, Lau? You okay?" And he takes the key and he tucks it into his pocket.
Into his beard.
Again, a gasp goes across the entire top deck of the ship as they all turn towards Gimbal and take the knee. It is the Messiah's first mate.
Oh,
Hey, that's my role.
He holds the key. He holds the key to the ship. He is the shipmaster, the first mate. Yes, the Messiah's first mate. There's like echoes out throughout the whole of the cult.
first mate,
It's on
first mate, first mate, first mate.
Kimball looks visibly
Yes,
uncomfortable.
The key itself, Gimbal, is a very intricate key. It isn't just a simple like I don't know what they call them, like the tines on the key itself. It's actually got 3 different sides have the bits off the key. I don't even know what the name of the bits off the key are called. Anybody want to help me out here?
Prongs of the key.
Prongs? Yeah.
Is there any visible markings on the key, like engravings or symbols?
There's no symbols, but it is a real sort of fancy engrave. They've like etched into the key itself to make it look really like regal and fancy.
Oh,
Fancy key.
You can tell that someone put a lot of
Fancy.
effort into making this key look really. It's kind of, it's not just a key, but it's also like a symbol of office. So anyone that has the key is the master of the ship.
Oh, there's
oh.
not too much pressure for one little gnome.
Power has been thrust upon him.
So you said there was a there was a door to like the I guess a hatch to the below deck.
Mhm.
And then was there another like where were the rooms that they were saying that we could sleep in?
So there's rooms below deck, but there's also the captain's cabin, which is the door to that is on the main deck.
Hmm?
So would anybody actually like to do it? I think it's going to stand around while we've got these.
I thought you were
cultists.
talking to Drakai.
I thought someone said Dracar. I was like, huh?
Yeah,
I-
I think it was the one that was trying to show off that he was being
Yeah.
fancy with his pinky out.
I thought it was you.
Yeah, me
okay.
too.
Like,
Wasn't
oh
really
my
waiting on
Jesus.
Gimbal to answer.
My judge impersonation is getting quite good.
Yeah.
Is Rembar still outside with
Everyone's still on
the
deck.
Brolta?
Everyone's still on deck.
Lau would like to climb the mast and go to the crow's nest to the crow's nest.
You may climb up to the crow's nest.
Wait, he's
Seated-
already on the crow's nest.
Seated in the crow's nest of the crow's nest
He's a crow.
is a small goblin, and he's got a knife out, and he's currently cutting his toenails to a certain
Ew.
size. He cuts one and
Kill
then
him.
tosses it off the crow's nest, cuts to the next one and it flicks off and he watches it fall.
Lao sort of like this coming from Lao, mind you, sort of like winces in disgust a little bit. And
But
sort
Messiah
of
is not happy.
points at the goblin and he goes, "What doing?"
Waiting. One day from ocean. That way. And he points the way that the boat's heading.
Lao sort of just squints his eyes. Is he still clipping his nails?
He's still clipping his nails. He ain't stopping.
Lao sort of puts malice behind the squinting of his eyes. And he just says, "Stop."
Can you pull up the
Stop!
PNG?
I don't like it.
So he looks up as he's halfway through one last toenail. Can I finish last toenail?
Lao leans in.
No.
No.
Fine. He's just holding the knife there. I'll stop.
Lao sort of looks over the edge of the crow's nest. I've forgotten what the fancy man's name is.
Can you
Yes.
give me
Yeah, I
a
think that's the
perception
one.
check?
A perception? Yeah.
Yep.
I see nothing.
Oh my god, my perception is a lot better than I thought it was.
I mean, you are a bird.
Blind bird.
17.
I was
17.
looking like this.
Something goes just past your peripheral vision.
Lao
Meow.
whips his head back around to check on the goblin's toenail.
So the goblin hasn't moved, but the toenail is noticeably shorter. But his knife is still being held in the same spot.
How big are
Ye-
goblins in comparison to me?
Oh my god.
Same size.
Yeah.
Same size. I would like to grab the goblin and dangle him over the edge of the crow's nest.
Okay.
Lao is weak. He just drops him.
Give me a strength check. A strength roll to grapple him.
Natural 20.
Oh, no.
Wow, you lucky bastard. I
What did
rolled
you
really
roll
well.
out
I'm
of-
like, I'm out of this.
No, you're not.
The DM's like, I rolled a 19. I'm really good.
Actually, I rolled a 17. I thought he can't beat that. It's a strength check. He can't beat that.
And the worst part is it's a flat roll as well. I don't even have any bonus or detriment.
Yeah,
to
it's just
strength.
crit.
So you lunge forward to grab this goblin. The goblin is already half out of the crow's nest bucket and onto the mast itself as you grab his foot.
Oh,
Dangling him over the edge so he can't actually hold on to anything. I call out to everybody down below on the deck. This goblin disobeyed the Messiah.
oh.
Remva hears that and just kind of goes, oh no.
Not smart. Fint best scout. Can see everything. Won't find better. Don't drop. Please don't drop.
As that
Family.
conversation is happening, Remba's just like, and pulls out his pan flute and kind of just starts playing like comedic melody.
Lau calls out again. Previous owner of ship that held the key. What do we do with people who've disobeyed the Messiah?
You hear like a real like low murmur coming from down on deck, but you can't actually understand what's being said.
What are they
You're like,
saying? What do
drop
I hear?
him? Drop him? Okay.
So what you all hear on deck is, well, it
You
all
also hear-
depends on what station they hold. You see,
Fucking hell.
Fint is the best scout we have ever come across. He is
You also hear a comedic melody playing in the way that he's talking.
valuable.
Wow, don't drop the goblin.
Lau sort of looks towards Duke. Figured that he could.
Standing there, arms crossed, one foot tapping.
Oh,
Figures he could have actually heard what was being said. And he
As
pulls the goblin back, still holding him so that if he let go, he would fall, but just enough so that he can hold on to the edge of the crow's nest now, because I'm holding him by his foot, aren't I?
So he's able to hold on to the crow's nest and...
So previously he was dangling, now he can actually like hold on, but I'm still holding his foot.
Can I get another strength check, please?
11.
Who's deep
11.
breathing?
was that me? Sorry.
I don't know.
Remember's still playing.
So he pulls loose of your hand and lets go of the crow's nest.
Wait, what?
Huh? So he falls.
As he's falling, he grabs a hold of one of the ropes that is
Oh.
dangling off of
Oh.
the mast
Damn
and
it.
just hangs there. Told you, won't find better than Fint.
Lau pulls out Outcry and points at Fint and says, "Never disobey Messiah again."
Duke pulls a finger gun and points at Lau.
Everyone's just...
Remvar casts Featherfall
He's
on the
already stopped
goblin.
falling.
Ooh, yep, okay.
Lau,
What that you holding?
don't shoot the goblin.
Lau points Outcry into the air and lets off a shot.
Hopefully not towards the boat.
Duke moves his fingers and lets off a shot.
So yeah, this
Oh, okay, yeah.
As a blast of force,
Oh.
Lau goes right past your face.
this
A blast
yeah,
of what?
Does
Of just
what does that look like?
dark, sort of dark green with like gold rivers through it. Energy rips past your nose.
as a reaction, Remvar just turns to Duke and just kind of says, "What was that?"
Remember, as you look at Duke's finger gun still up, you can see going through his veins this sort of river of dark green and gold.
Yeah, while I'm looking at you, so I suppose I notice that slight change because I drew my attention to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am
Well,
I able to roll to see if I actually get scared by it or not?
Scared
That's
by
up to
what?
you.
The shot going in front of my face.
Well, you're not trying to scare him, are you?
No.
Duke?
Okay.
So
Well,
how you won't need to roll for that. You just Lau will just react however you want Lau to react to
Okay,
that.
cool. Lau sort of doesn't really make a move. He doesn't visibly show anything, but he's looking at Flint to see what Flint's reaction was
Fint.
to now the two
Fint.
intimidation.
Oh,
What?
Fint? I wrote Flint too.
Fint.
Fint. Okay.
FINT.
That's the
Yeah,
one.
he's looking at Fint to see what his reaction to what is now two intimidation shots. One by the Messiah and one by the head of the honor guard, apparently.
His eyes go wide in amazement as this contraption, whatever this thing is that the Messiah is holding, has let off an almighty noise. What is that?
Oh no, it's a goblin, so it's going to want it.
Lau sort of just tucks it back away and says, "Lau's retribution."
In his best Duke voice.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely
Remvar-
hints of Duke in the way that's said.
Remvar feels
Hand
intimidated.
over hand, he crawls back across the rope and climbs into the bucket of the crow's nest of the crow's nest. Drops to his knees.
The spell ends.
Show me again.
Whip it out.
Lau sort
Oh,
of
you're about to
looks
deafen the
down-
bastard.
Lau looks down his beak at Fint and goes, "If you obey and follow the Messiah,
I want more of that. Anything. I want one.
God.
Lau sort of considers and asks, do you devote?
It's a big word.
Vote.
Follow
Too
Messiah.
big a word.
I will follow Messiah wherever Messiah goes.
If you prove yourself to Messiah, then you may then you may have a chance of getting.
Fint is good goblin. Fint good scout. Fint do what he's told.
Fint must prove, and Lau sort of starts like getting out of the crow's nest, and just before going down the ladder, if Fint prove, Fint rewarded, and continues down the crow's nest.
Duke's by now Duke's holstered his finger gun and is back in his indicator.
Did you do the whole like?
Yeah, man. Yeah, 100%.
I believe that it is getting late. You may all wish to retire for the night.
Whilst this has been going on with Lau and Fint and everything, Gimbal is he's headed into the captain's cabin and he started to have a look around.
Yep. So before you get in there, you notice that the key that you've got is the key to the captain's cabin. So it will unlock that door.
Yep. So I've unlocked the door and I've headed in, and I've started to look around to see if there's anything of note.
Yep. So inside the captain's cabin is what you would expect from a captain's cabin. There is a sleeping area. There is a set of table and chairs with a map on the table. Few lamps and torches around to give light. And the back wall has a window to show where you're coming from. So it's at the back of the ship.
So Gimbal walks over to the table and looks at the map. Is there any markings or drawings on the map to indicate where we would be going?
So the markings on the map are, there's just the big cities and a couple of small dots on either side of the river that you would assume is the one that you're going down, since it's the one that's leaving from Rustebar.
In that case, Gimbal, he's looked at the map. There's nothing particularly of interest. He's found himself a place to sleep, and he's gonna tuck himself into bed and wait for the rest of the party to congregate.
Excellent. We will get to that in a second.
Oh,
Judge, can you put your guest cam back on, please?
My guest scam.
Yeah, you
Just watch stream.
Thanks.
There we go.
I can't deal with the delay, man.
Yeah, no, same.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
I thought I was just being special and couldn't
just
see him.
turn everything off
Maze.
that wasn't necessary.
That's okay.
May's still frozen in stream.
That's all right.
It must be a judge thing.
It's been
Freezing.
intermittent. I think it's an OBS thing.
Why is everything breaking tonight?
It's fine.
all
It's
nights?
fine.
It's
It's fine.
It's a future issue.
Just continue. It's fine.
Totally didn't watch me just eat my dice.
At least
so-
it isn't like with me with a finger up her nose or anything. So
Yeah.
So
I
Lau
rolled
finally
a
gets
nat 18
to
on that.
the bottom of the mast, so he's now back on the deck properly.
yep. Would anybody like to do anything before they go into rest?
As Remba goes to retire for the night, he walks past Donahue. And
Who the fuck's Donahue?
can't remember his name.
Badman.
It's Mr. Biblioteca.
Look, I'm gonna
Banaminotor.
Ben,
Judge is like, shit, what was the name actually?
No, I'm typing it into chat so you lot can look at it.
thanks.
thank you.
I have it right here. It doesn't help.
It's Bartholomew.
Minotaur.
Minotaur.
Okay, Renvar walks past
Terminator, but badminton.
Minotaur.
Yeah, I see badminton too.
He kind of like pauses for a moment and leans into his ear and says,
He's
Y-
an elf.
He's taller than you.
Renvar, I thought he was still kneeling. Anyway, Renvar goes onto his tippy toes and like kind of looks up, directing his mouth towards his ear and says, "You may think you're above us, but little do you know you're on the same playing field." And retire. That continues walking.
And retires.
As you
I
walk
quit.
off, you hear him go, "We will need to watch that one."
Before Lau gets a chance to like go anywhere, Duke taps on his shoulder, on his little shoulder.
To Duke, it's a ding ding. To Lau, it's a boom.
He just collapses.
Lau sort of turns around and looks at Duke and sort of gestures towards the captain's cabin.
Where are we heading?
Lau sort
To
of
bed, wink.
Lau sort of points at the captain's cabin and says, "Indoors for."
The ship, where is it going?
Lau does not know, but Lau saw Gimbal go into
Lau,
cabin.
these people are relying on you. You need to
Oh.
give them a heading.
Lau sort of like shrugs a little bit and quickly waddles off into the captain's cabin.
Shedding feathers from stress.
Duke sort of nods and walks over to whoever is the current helmsman.
Yep. He sort of nods at you as he's still like holding onto the helm, but he's gripping it tight, kind of watching you, knowing that what Lau had previously done. He's not letting anybody near this.
Duke, not knowing what Lau previously done, sort of like looking at him really weirdly, like, this guy must be really passionate or something.
Man, that guy really loves to steer this ship.
Wow, he must really love wood in his hand.
That polished knob of the wheel.
I go up to him, my hands behind my back, and I cast friends on him.
Oh.
Sure. He visibly loosens up and kind of just is now just gripping the wheel normally.
I say, "Greetings, Acolyte. I have just spoken with the Messiah. He says we should head towards Alderloft."
Towards Alderloft.
Yes.
You mean the inland city?
Yeah.
As close
his
as
head.
as close as we can get. The closest dock.
The crow's nest is a bit big to go down the river to
Understandable.
Alderloft, but I think Benemetor has a dock that we can use at Themenport.
Perfect.
Oh.
That is
We've
not
been
far.
there before.
We've heard of that.
Actually, we
you.
haven't been there.
Helmsman, what
Yeah,
is your
no,
name?
that's-
Yeah,
Been
someone
before.
has.
Helmsman, what is your name?
Tarwin. And he kind of just nods his head.
Tarwin.
He's
Well,
a
Tarwin.
short dwarf. One-eyed. He's got an eye patch over it.
Does he have a parrot on his shoulder? Is he
No
mute?
parrot. He's got a rather large unkempt beard. Looks a bit out of place, but he's doing the best he can with what has just happened.
I say, thank you, Helmsman Tarwin. The Messiah will know of your helpfulness.
Many thanks. What do we call you?
Daddy.
I'm the Duke.
Oh, the Duke.
The Duke.
Oh,
Is that a title? Do you hold
Oh.
land?
Of sorts. And I walk away.
Yes.
Very well. Okay, so is everyone going to sleep?
I go.
Or going into the
Back.
captain's cabin at least?
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
I guess I go into the cab. No,
You
I
can
stay
if
out.
you want. You can do what the hell you want.
No, I stay out with Nori. I go to the front of the ship and I do my Jedi pose and meditate.
Yep.
I'm the bad.
Nari's gonna
I'm
put
the
her
bad.
hand over the side and try to, catch the water in her fingies.
Jesus Christ!
It is
You know how big this
so
ship is?
far from the edge. Like
She,
You gotta reach,
she climbs down.
Spray.
Yeah, she
This
climbs
is-
down the
the
ladder.
spray. Jazz gets it.
Yeah.
this
Fuck.
is not just a
Gets it.
fishing vessel. This is a big sailing ship.
The spray. Jazz gets it.
Yeah.
Mia goes all the way down to one of the cannon ports just to try and get some
Yeah.
water.
Clambers over and just
Yeah.
sails down the side.
What the fuck?
Lau would like to
I was
basically
just
go
thinking.
to one of the corners of the captain's cabin, take some of the blankets and pillows and stuff like that, and sort of just ruffles them all up into like almost a makeshift nest.
Cool. So we've now
Um,
got
so-
a nest upon the crow's nest.
Yes.
It's not up the
Remember,
crow's nest, but just
Yeah,
on the
you're
crow's
lucky
nest
it's not-
itself.
It's not a
Despite-
crow's nest in the crow's nest on the crow's nest.
Yeah.
despite this full vessel, Rembar's trying to find somewhere quiet.
He's trying to touch himself.
So
Teenagers.
You can go below deck if you wish. There's a bit of movement on deck with Nori trying to do whatever Nori's doing.
I get what you were doing, Mia.
Thanks,
I
Jazz.
Um,
Same brain
I
cell.
know what you're trying to
Remember-
do, but it's gonna look weird on like a big sailing ship. This little fish girl like reaching over the side of the boat.
Sure she falls.
So like through obviously Rembar reading a lot of stuff, knows general areas of like ships. He tries to find the storage hole.
So
I'll be
from,
right back.
from on the top of like on the top deck, you can see the grating that
Mhm.
looks straight into the hold itself. So if you wish to make your way into the hold, you may.
Yep.
Inside the hold, there is crates and crates of stuff. Just supplies for long journeys out at sea.
Mhm.
Repair equipment.
Anything you'd find for a long voyage, essentially.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a quiet
Manifest.
place.
I mean, you can remove.
I'm not
things out of-
searching. I'm not searching for physical items, but more of an area of
A
recluse.
feeling.
So there's a larger crate which you can remove. There's like a whole bunch of blankets and
Mhm.
like linen and stuff in it. You can
Yep.
remove all of that out of one of the crates and sort of have it on its side, so it's almost like those like shipping container homes.
Yes.
You've got sort of one of those. You
Yeah,
kinda
I
just-
kind of like angle it enough where I can kind of get in. I keep two of the like blankets and linen to make it comfortable to just sit in.
I give you a captain's quarters, which is comfortable and luxurious, and you're all like, "Now stuff that."
That's what I was gonna say.
One person has gone in there and gone, "I'm going to do the right thing and sleep in something comfortable." One has gone in there and gone, "I'm making my own shit over here," and the rest of you are like, "I'm going to go and do something completely different."
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, it's never really slept in a bed before.
And
He's never
remember,
out of bed before.
It's untrustworthy.
Exactly.
something's been playing on Rembar's mind for the past few days now.
It counts how many hours? 50 minutes.
So, sounds like everybody but Remvar gets a long rest.
No, Rembar's in a spot you can get a long rest. He's got blankets and enough sort of comfort to be comfortable and have a long rest.
Assuming
Yeah.
he's not being too moody and thinking all night.
Teenagers.
So during the
Teenage.
night, now Remvar wants to do something, or before you
Yeah.
go to sleep. Yeah.
Rembar been thinking about obviously Celeste given to him by Eliana, and everyone keeps telling him about how unique, how special this weapon is. Something along those lines, he would like to try and tap into what makes this weapon so special.
Do you have any spells that would do something to the weapon? You don't have like identify or detect magic or...
I have a spell called Commonius.
No. I've got nothing that would like identify any type of magical item, but like through repetition and even like Uncle Voss saying, "Oh, you have Celeste." He knows he has something unique with him.
Give me... Give me an investigation roll. Make it a good one.
It was
11.
a good one.
11. Not enough. You're looking at this sword, and it's a very pretty sword. I've already sort of given you a bit of explanation as to what it looks like, but looking at it really closely, the rose vines that make the guard appear like there's no real start or end. They kind of just loop in on themselves to create the guard itself. It is a really, really well constructed weapon that doesn't seem as though it really should have been made possible.
Like it almost has no beginning and also no end.
Yeah.
Mm.
So unfortunately, that's all I'm going to give you because you didn't roll
Yeah.
incredibly well.
Yeah. I think I've already done a history check on it prior, and I kind of rolled the same. Like it was a very mid roll. So I was like, yeah, you've heard of the weapon, but you.
So what we're going to do with this is that every time that there's new information from some source on the weapon is when you can make more checks on that sort of thing, okay?
Yeah, I'm not going to just keep stacking. It's kind of just like...
just stares at it.
Yeah, Renvar kind of just keeps thinking on it, like just kind of stares at it and everything. Just can't figure out why. He knows it's unique, but he just can't narrow it down, and he gets frustrated with it and puts it to the side and tries to rest for the night. He's still feeling exhausted from trying to catch up to Nori. Well, almost 14 hours ago.
Also, I just realized, Judge,
at a level of exhaustion.
Loud did this grand gesture of making sure all of his friends also stayed in the cabin, making sure they were all equal. Nobody took up the cabin apart from Gimbal.
Yeah. The one person that you gave like direct permission to do what he wishes to with it.
That's why Gimbal is the first mate and got the key.
Yeah. It all makes sense now.
Mm-hmm.
Lau knew the future.
Gimbal.
Hello.
You're asleep. Nori. No. As you've fallen asleep, that same noise that you have heard multiple times before.
Did you mean to say Nori?
Heard.
We did it at the same time.
It was. I made a joke there saying that Gimbal, you're asleep, and now Nori.
I was so confused.
Come on, keep up. Let's go.
I can't.
You hear that same noise of hammer hitting anvil. Tink, tink, tink. And Gimbal sleeps all the way through that?
Do I hear it like... Do I physically hear it, or is it like in my head?
You're hearing it.
Gimbal wakes up from his sleep. And can you discern like what direction this tinking is coming from?
strangely enough, you wake up and you're inside a forge.
I'm burning.
Not inside the forge. Inside the forge is in the building forge.
Have I been to this forge before? Is it something that I'm familiar with?
No.
Looking around, is there any other people around, or is it just me?
Define people.
Oh, robots.
Outlaw, Gimbal, I fucked your mother.
Yeah, people.
Hey. Ah!
I can do that too. Ah!
Where the hammer hitting anvil noise is coming from, you see two constructs that are in rhythm hitting hammer to anvil close to the forge fire itself.
As Gimbal starts to approach these constructs, and as he does, can I ascertain what they're working on, or is it not clear as to what they're making?
So as you get closer, they're actually not making anything. They're just tapping hammer to anvil.
Hello? Gimbal kind of calls out sheepishly.
Outlaw.
As you've called out, they both do one final slam of their hammer to the anvil and stop. Above the forge itself, runes appear as molten metal over the entryway to the forge fire itself.
Have I seen these runes before?
What languages do you speak?
I speak
Whatever the runes are.
Yeah.
Gnomish and Goblin.
Gnomish and Goblin. You can't tell what this says, but the more you look at it, the molten letters start warping and changing until it's written in Gnomish. It says, "The Forge of Gond. Use wisely."
Oh.
Gimbal is going to. Is there a like an empty space that he could walk up and start working at?
There is an empty anvil, and in kind of the same way that the forge or the temple that you went to in Rustebar, there's materials along the side of the walls.
Material girl.
Not knowing exactly what he's going to make, Gimbal he grabs a piece of metal and places it on the anvil. He draws his hammer of Gond, and he strikes the metal.
The echo of hammer hitting metal, hitting anvil, rings out across the entire forge. And it feels good. It feels right.
He starts tugging.
My mind's telling me no, but my body is telling me yes. Gimbal sticks his dick in the forge.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you.
Instructions
soundboarded that?
unclear, dick stuck in forge.
Yeah, so not knowing exactly what he's going to make, he continues to swing his hammer to this piece of metal, and he's going to not necessarily meditate, but he's going to try and channel Gond through his work and see what Gond will guide him to create.
Don't you put this shit back on me? Do you have
Um,
a thought of what souls you still got access to?
Sorry, as Gimbal beats his hammer, I'm going to be back.
I know I have the cow soul.
I thought you put that in
I
the
thought-
gloves.
Yeah, I thought there's
Yeah,
one.
no,
yeah.
we use that.
I thought
I
it was
think you should
the
still
man.
have Dazim's. You've got Dazim's
Yeah.
soul. You've got the bear soul.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
peaches.
Peaches, 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 peaches. Love gone.
Sorry, let me just find my notes. I did have this written down somewhere.
Peaches, 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 peaches. Pretty sure the bear's name was Apricot though.
I was
Well,
apricot
there was-
and peaches.
2 bears. Remember, one lived, one's dead.
Yeah.
I can't remember anymore. Apricot, 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 apricot. Doesn't work
Doesn't
the
have
same.
the same ring.
Same brain, you two. Decrepit.
So I've only got written down here that you've got Dazim and the bear, because the Minotaur you already.
Ooh, what the fuck was that?
What was that?
Scared the shit out of me.
Well, there was another one.
Don't worry about it.
I thought there was
Whatever.
another one I got last session, but I can't remember.
Oh, what the fuck?
Last session. We didn't kill.
Didn't kill anything last session, did you? Or would
We killed a Dober.
you did?
Actually,
kill a
no, he
Dober.
got out. Oh, dude, I don't fucking
The
remember.
one oh no, because you left him alive, because remember you knocked him out and then you were going to go back and knife him, but was told.
No, the one that's like at the front door. Duke slaps Duke.
I'm pretty sure you've only got the 2, Isaac.
I'm pretty sure too.
We'll just roll with the 2, and if we work out that you did have another one, we'll go with that as well. But you've got a bear soul and you've got a drow soul.
So Gimbal, he places the metal onto this anvil and he swings his hammer. And as he does, the hammer connects with the metal. And visions of bears and bear things run through his head. And as the hammer connects, it forms into a breastplate.
It's. I see the theme of the episode.
What size breastplate are we talking about here?
Double D.
It's small.
It's small. Someone's being greedy and selfish.
Someone's finally giving himself some items.
So you've created this breastplate. It's really strange that you only use metal in its construction, but with the soul being transfused into this brilliant piece that you've made, fur has kind of become part of it itself as well. So the shoulders now have this fur-like texture that surrounds them.
What did I miss?
I wasn't
Gimble's
prepared
becoming
for
a
this.
furry.
Whoop.
Filthy furry.
Hey,
I'm allowed
Hey.
king shame.
Oh, sorry.
Upon
kink shaming it is
upon
my kink.
creating this breastplate, you again hear the sound of hammer on anvil as the 2 constructs lift their hammer and start tapping on the anvil once more. And you feel very tired. Like, creating this has taken a lot out of you.
Round 2.
So I was physically there then. I'd somehow would you say it was in a different different not universe, but
You went to sleep. You know that you went to sleep, and this could be a dream. It could not be. Like this is not the ship. This is nowhere that you have been before. You do feel the fire of the forge. You felt your hammer hit metal. It felt real, but you know that you went to sleep.
So I've created this this breastplate. Is there anything else? Like, is there any other connecting rooms or anything else that I can see around this forge, or is it just that?
It's just the one room. There is a door out.
So I take the breastplate and I walk over to the door, and I push it open and it just peek out.
As the door opens, it is nothing but blackness on the other side.
I'm gonna walk into the blackness.
And you
Yeah.
lose consciousness.
Oh,
Would anybody else like to do anything during the night?
Remember, I
would
would
like
like to sleep.
To rest. But wake up, obviously, at the crack of dawn, as always.
wake up.
Wake up.
Remvar sleeps.
Tarwin wakes in his cot that he has under deck. Goes above deck and heads towards a bell that's situated right beside his helm. As he goes to ring said bell, there is instead a noise that escapes.
Uh-oh.
What noise escapes, Jazz? A crow. Not just any crow, but the Messiah is awake.
And cawing at the crack of dawn, as always, I'm going to press my long rest button.
Yeah, everyone can long rest.
Eat button.
EP button. I pressed my EP button.
Press function.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
sure.
effectively, Lau got up at the crack of dawn, walked out to the very front of the ship, and just started cawing at the sunrise.
And Lau dies that day.
There is a
Louder. I am balanced. I am balanced. I am balanced. I am balanced.
literally right next to where you are, isn't it? Right in front of the ship. The entire ship erupts into noise as people are up out of bed, rushing to the top deck, manning arrows, and Fint so quickly just scales up the center mast up to the top of the crow's nest, peering out everywhere. And you hear Tarwin, Messiah, was that necessary?
Lau is awake, so the world is awake.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh,
The archers are like, are we under attack? Is that what was that?
Since the Messiah has gathered everyone here, maybe the Messiah should give everyone a sermon.
Oh,
does Remvar
Lau
wake?
just starts roaring at the top of his lungs again.
As that happens, does Remvar hear any of that being down in the hole?
You might not hear the cawing of a crow, but you certainly hear the hustle that everyone is putting on, because they've all like upped and moved, and there's people grabbing weapons and screaming about, we're under attack, and they're all going to the top of the...
Remvar kind of groans and like just make sure everything's like fitted on him. He's like, and like leans over and grabs, like instinctively just reaches for Celeste, perfectly grabbing, and then putting the sheath back on his belt and hops up and just
You're in no
pushes
rush.
out. I'm in no rush. It's just like pushes the box aside, like the crate aside, and walks out, and it's like because it's still so dark down there, like in the hole. He's like, "Is it? Huh?" And then kind of just fumbles up and kind of sees where the light is, where the stairway is going back up to the poop deck, and kind of shields his eyes like from the morning sun. Is like it's brighter than that normally is. Looks around and looks like and sees Lau up in the crow's nest.
He's at the front of the ship.
Oh, sorry, at the front of the ship.
Also, I'm surprised you can even think because Lau is currently coring at the
Yeah, that's so like remember I was like, oh, jeez.
After a few, what feels like hours of coring, but really is only like a couple of minutes or so, Lau stops and says, "You may continue about activities."
What was Nori doing during all of this?
Nori was kind of just asleep with Eek and try to her head's still pressed against the side, kind of reaching out, trying to get whatever.
Right.
But now she's awake and does this bird have a ladder down the side of it?
Well, not currently. There's a rolled up rope ladder that you can throw over the side.
Nori's gonna throw it over the side.
Okay, cool. We'll get to that bit in a second. Gimbal.
So he's woken up from his weird dream. He's confused, and as he wakes up, he grabs at his chest to feel if his arm has actually changed or if he just imagined it.
I'd like to point out that every single morning that you guys have been around Lau has done this.
This is nothing new.
Yeah.
So are you awake at the sound of Lau?
Yeah, I would say Lau coring would have woken me up.
Yeah. So you touch your chest and it is your normal breastplate or whatever your armor normally is.
Normal tits.
God.
Gimbal, he's still kind of confused, not really sure if what he experienced was real or not, pulls himself out of bed, looks around the captain's cabin for a second.
Give me a perception check.
That's Gimbal's version of a wet dream.
Oh man, I've made a breastplate again.
Fuck.
Nothing but breast, baby.
13.
13. Yeah. Look, in front of you at the side of the bed is the breastplate that you dreamt.
Oh man, how am I gonna clean this up?
Santa came!
Oh wait, no, that was me.
Real. Gimbal, he takes the breastplate and he pulls off his. I think he was wearing chainmail.
Mm-hmm.
Chainmail armor. So he takes that off and he slides the breastplate on, noticing that it's a perfect form fit for him.
Yeah, it is.
All of his.
I knew I was B cups.
So
and
unbelievable.
I apologize, I wasn't prepared, Judge. If you could quickly just check Discord, I did send you something.
Oh.
If not, we can just leave it for the minute.
I like what you've said, but that is nowhere near enough.
More.
More?
I do like the idea, so we'll go with that, but that idea is good. I'll expand on it when it goes off, okay?
Rightio, sounds good.
I got it. It's a fucking suicide vest.
Oh,
It's going off!
Ooh.
Allah.
Now watch, I can only do this once. But it
Wow.
is. Sorry, one second. It is only a breastplate, though. It's not full plate. Just heads up on
It
that.
covers your tit. You gotta pick a tit, Isaac.
Right.
Like tit.
So you know, this is going to add towards a set of full plate. So at the moment, this is just the breastplate. You've just made the piece that covers your torso.
The titties.
My breasts.
Yes.
So in terms of AC, would that add anything to my AC at the moment, or would I
So-
have to wait until?
Yeah, it goes up.
Yeah. So you're no longer wearing a, what did you say, chainmail?
Yeah.
It's now a breastplate. So does that change anything?
Yeah, I think it goes up by 1. I'll find it for you. Isaac.
I've got it in front of me here, but it depends on whether he's got. Have you got any decks on you?
Dex, I got +2.
I got a Pokemon deck. I got a Yu-Gi-Oh deck.
Hey.
Yeah, magic. I got red, white, red, blue, blue, green.
I'm gonna say, because it actually equates to the same armor
I got a
rating
deck
for
of
you.
cards.
It well, actually, it does, but it doesn't. So it's gonna be the same armor, but it means you no longer get disadvantage on stealth.
Oh, sneaky Gimbal.
Yeah.
He doesn't jingle.
No, ding, 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 ding.
There's no jingle jangle.
In fact,
Jingle,
no,
jingle.
it'll give you an extra armor. It's shit if you're just not getting a direct upgrade. So it counts as a +1.
Nice.
Don't say I don't give you guys anything.
Makes sense because everything else he's made was +1.
Kind of.
Mine were +1.
Yes.
That's everything. That's all that matters.
That's all
it.
that I care about. Mine were better.
Drac got gloves, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. Drax also experiencing extreme jet lag right now.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time pick a wedding destination in Australia.
Last night, 9 o'clock hit and I was out.
It happens.
That just means you're getting
travel,
old.
Going over, we will find it's like, yeah, this is easy, no worries at
Yeah.
all. You get back home and you just like, out.
See, the trick is you
Done.
have to force yourself to stay up until 10 o'clock, and that
That's a
helps
bit
you
that
reset.
sucks.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
bit sucks though.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to go out to the deck where all the noise is happening?
Oh yeah, so
Kids?
Gimbal is headed out
Well, like
of the cabin onto the deck.
So everyone sees that Gimbal is, or nearly everyone. Remember, you're still like blinded a little bit.
Blinded
By the light.
Gimbal is now wearing a rather shiny breastplate that has fur lining over the shoulders.
Gimbal does a little flex, little pose.
Where'd you get your bra? Did your mom give it to you?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
What are we all doing? We're on a boat.
Throwing a rope over the edge.
Lau has gestured for everybody on the boat to go back and do their boat things.
Messiah, we need a heading. We hope that you would have an idea where we can start looking for
One has been
paradise.
given. One has been given.
Paradise.
By
Paradise.
whom?
By the Messiah. Speak to Tarwin. He is the helmsman.
I didn't know who the helmsman is.
Messiah, have you already given a heading?
You question me?
I do. I take.
Who are you? Some lowly acolyte.
I am the one who has made all of this possible.
I am the one.
And you know who I am.
Nor do I care.
The feeling's mutual, I see.
Oh. Mwah.
Messiah, it appears that you surround yourself with questionable individuals.
Lau sort of,
Wow.
like tilts his head and squints his eyes. How dare? And he just walks past, completely ignoring him, going towards the helm.
Dougal looks the elf up and down, pats him on the shoulder and says, "Talk to the helmsman," and follows Lau.
Walks to the helmsman.
So you walk up to the helmsman. Tarwin is back gripping onto the helm for dear life as you get close to him. Miss Messiah, please, I wish for us to make a safe voyage, and I wish to get you to our destination safely, which requires you to please let me do my job.
Lau sort of nods his head and says, "Teach Lau to get to destination."
I
Lau's
would
kinda-
not have you sully your hands with such a small task.
Lau
But-
pulls out a knife. Teach Lau.
Behind Lau, I'm just.
As this little confrontation is happening,
I
Remba
don't
like still
actually
half
pull the knife,
asleep.
just to clarify.
Okay, good.
Remba's still half asleep, pulls out his pan flute, and kind of just starts playing like a
I
little
remember when
comedic
she
tune
picked an
again.
instrument that did not start with T.
he's still very just half asleep, and he's just like,
Remba,
sense that
pulls
stuff's
out his
going
pan
on.
flute.
He pulls out his pan flute.
I pull out my boo flute.
So there's a small table beside the helm there. Tarwin, still with both his hands up, kind of reaches into his coat and pulls out a piece of rolled up parchment and edges between you and the helm and rolls this out on the table. It is a map.
Oh,
Lau would like to study the map.
It is a very rough map. It appears to be just a drawn up map that has the river that you're on, Rustebar, Alderloft, Thiemen Port, and another dot far to the north.
This is my hand up. I'm trying to get to my hand thing.
Yes.
Remba like sees this, right? Because he's like, he came over and it's like, boop, boop, boop,
So
boop.
are you up at the helm as well, or are you still down on
Well,
the deck?
yeah, because it's still like, boop, 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 because I'm the Joker. I see this, and having like an extensive knowledge of books, looking at atlases, everything. Can I check to see how accurate this is?
who decides it's a man's drawings? Wow.
I will tell you,
History check?
it is not. You can roll a history check. You roll anything like if you roll a 1, you don't get to know anything. You roll higher than that, you'll have the answer.
Well, I rolled that 12.
Excellent.
Right, 18,
So-
18 total.
It is a crudely drawn map. It is accurate to the point.
They're right next to
where-
each other.
Yeah. The river just like loops in on itself.
Yeah.
It is.
You see, beside the
accurate
world is a river.
where
Oh my god.
the general location of where the points on the map are kind of in the right spot, but it's not as if you can measure out exactly how far things are from one another.
Would I have seen any maps or recognize the rough area that it's trying to determine? Would I have seen
Yeah.
it anywhere previously?
You can pick out where Alderloft is. You can kind of see, oh, yeah, between here and here is where the forest that we went to is.
Mhm.
You've got a general idea as to what the continent kind of looks like.
Can I
Mm.
almost offer and ask the helmsman, ask for a blank piece of parchment
So
and
as
a drawing utensil?
as this is happening, Remba, as he's still playing his pan flute, kind of does kind of goes really off tune, and everyone's like, oh, like it kind of just draws attention because he does the accidentally. He goes to the higher pitched N, and he's like,
You're not
oh,
very good, are you?
Well, maybe not at this, but this is wrong.
Wrong? What do you mean by
Well,
wrong?
No, the towns and the settlements, they're almost in the right positioning, but everything else is kind of just.
Lao sort of does
Did you guess?
this.
Gimme.
So you know that you've got stuff in your pack that you can use as well, right?
Oh,
You
do I
have-
have paper and stuff?
You'd have parchment and like
Yeah,
charcoal
parchment.
or
Oh, okay.
And
something in your...
I've got
In
like
that case, I pull
Dibble
out
and
a piece of parchment and effectively
yeah.
perfectly copy a map that I've
So,
seen
like-
of the areas.
Yep.
So as Lao's doing this as well, I'm like showing Lao like it's like yeah, this is wrong. Like you're getting this exactly right. You're
I've got expert duplication.
yeah. I'm like so I'm praising you. And it's like yes, like
Yeah,
this
like
is
that.
you're
Do it there.
perfect.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's like exactly.
Lao
You're
starts
brilliant.
like brushing Remvar away, like, I got this, leave me alone.
Fuck off, this is my drawing.
I am the Messiah.
It's just like let me stroke your dick, Messiah.
So
It's like,
holding up
yes,
your sketched map next to the map that that Tarwin has, they are similar. Everything that you've put on the map is a little bit off from what the other map is, more accurate. You've got more defined positioning. Your map, you could probably sort of measure out with a certain scale and go, yeah, we're, you know, X amount of miles off from this place.
So
Apart from the
Remvar kind of
place to
just
the north, I assume.
What was that, sorry?
Apart from the place to the north.
Yeah, apart from the place to the north, that you're not sure about that.
Remvar, like as Leo finishes it, Remvar kind of just puts down the one like that was put in front of them all, like basically puts it down and then points to Leo's one and says, "This is perfect. This is exactly how it is."
Picasso.
Picasso.
Thank you. He
Now,
looks at Remvar.
Tarwin, as I informed you yesterday, we are heading to Viamonport.
And then so as like Remvar hears Duke say this, he like moves his finger down to where Lau's drawn Viamonport. And it's like, this is where we're going. But Remvar doesn't know this. He just heard Duke say it and he's like, yep, this is it.
Yes, well, we get to the point where the river meets the ocean, and it's not a very far trip before we reach Veman.
Alderloft. Yeah, Viamonport, yes.
Oh, the...
I thought I knew the word!
Lao would like to make a second map as well and hands it to Duke.
So you
Wait, I
sketch
don't
another
need this
copy?
shit.
Yeah, basically I'm just copying it so that we can like leave one on the ship and take one with us.
Duke
Excellent.
Puts it in a pocket. His coat pocket on the inside.
So what we are going to do is we're going to take a quick break now.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I need sugar so bad, man.
Goes against Pepsi Max.
Oh, I have a chocolate.
Oh,
So we're going to take a quick break,
Oh.
and then we'll be back 5 minutes or so.
Gang.
And then we will continue to see where this ship takes us.
gang gang.
Woo.